Tullow has been a critical part of a success story of Ghana oil and gas development since its inception in 2006. We believe in Ghana. We have, over the years, been developing the local content in terms of capacity building, but mostly in terms of helping the ecosystem within the country.
At Tullow, we believe our contributions should make an impact on socio-economic growth, and therefore, beyond the core activities that we do, we make sure that we give back to the communities.
In terms of how we work with fishing communities, we ensure that we do a lot more community engagement and stakeholder engagement. You would need to understand that people want to be heard and want to be seen, and they also want to understand what you are really doing. So first of all, we have a suite of engagements that we do, engaging the fishing communities, but specifically fishermen. Then we have meetings with fishmongers. Then we also have meetings with traditional authorities. So there are 11 paramounts within our area of influence. And our area of influence basically is the 7 coastal districts within the Western region. Then we also meet up with the metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies. Additionally, we also meet up with non-governmental organizations. And then you also have meetings with community-based organizations. Apart from this, we also hold what we call the schools engagements. And the schools engagements are aimed at using the students who usually come from these fishing communities as a conduit of information and education to their parents who might not be as fortunate as them that have been to school. At these engagements, they tell us about challenges, what they would want us to do to help, and we catalog this. Then together we are able to now develop projects which we send back in our next engagement. Say, when we met you, this is what you said, this is what we stated in our environmental social impact study. So how do we marry them and come up with projects? And that is how we select our project.
Since we've been operating in Ghana, we spent well over $52 million investing in communities in the Western region as well as other areas of Ghana.
For the past 5 years, we have focused on education, and we started with kindergartens.
One of the memorable projects that I covered happens to be in Shama, where they built special cages not only for Shama district, but it was across the entire coast or the districts. And it was very, very touching to know that the ambience that was created for the, I don't want to say deprived, but children close to the sea in a typical fishing community was heartwarming, because this environment where they created space for children to learn compared to others in more privileged areas such as Accra, Kumasi and Takrady. To me, it was great.
Hi baby, Anna, school in here. Nti Dudua unko school. Yawa na yetse de Tullow Ghana or brain school. I just didn't share range in the papa. And so ampara yawa ne hunde. Waba, yanchon baby awade way school no. Na ubaya keji ya yenhu hei wademayen. Ama wadeni ma wayewin, oya that's nanta wona kampuru na wadaye bibia ahwe ne siri no kura behu ne oya kampuru na wadaye.
Our school is different from other schools. The structures are good, they are strong. When we come to the school, whether light or no light, everything is okay. When we open our windows, air enters our classrooms.
The school was really beautiful. People were thinking it is a private school. People from outside Western region, Takrady, they came to visit the school. They saw the building, and some chiefs also adapted that, no, we like such building in our district. So Takrady, they came, people from Axim, the people from Lembele, they all came to look at the building and the classroom environment, and they was like, wow, we like such building. So they also fall on Tullow to also support them, because this environment enhances teaching and learning and also motivates parents and learners to come to the school.
When we started with kindergartens, we not only looked at the structures, but we looked at the pedagogy as well, how our teachers trained. and we worked with the Ministry of Education and the Ghana Education Service to ensure that as we built these structures, we also trained the teachers to be part of the school. So by the time we are handing over the school, there are teachers in place.
They told us that the school has been funded by Tullow for SEBA to train the teachers coming to the school.
The teachers are taught how to use basic things around the environment to create items that support teaching and learning in the schools.
Was in the school you be? Wabaji award we bring wadamen. As your teachers now, yeah, teachers nibi.
Using methodology that I have learned from SEBA through the support from Tullow, I applied for the National Best Teachers Award, and I had a second National Best Teacher in Ghana.
We are developing the learners to become critical thinkers, innovative learners.
These students that have passed through our kindergartens are very, very smart, and they do more than the average student that attend other kindergartens.
I believe when we are able to build such people, Ghana will gain from the experience of our learners.
If you go into other areas of education, there are scholarships that we give right from kindergarten all the way to tertiary institutions to well-deserving students who need a helping hand. And that also is giving clear results.
In our education, we decided to focus on STEM because we thought it was important to support this to help with innovation and development within our country.
We have the commitment we made to invest $10 million in infrastructure for 15 senior high schools in several regions in Ghana.
Before the dormitory was built, the school had challenge with accommodation for students, especially girls. We had a lot of day students than boarders. Ever since this edifice was built, we had had little or no challenge in admitting girls into the boarding house.
We have a lot of girls who came from afar and needed to be accommodated. But because of the limited space we had, we couldn't accommodate them.
Shelter too contribute to academic excellence in every school. You cannot sleep in a building where it rains and it leaks, and you come back to class and you say you are learning comfortably. You will think about what happened last night.
And happily for us, about 12 of those infrastructure investments that we've completed and handed over are already benefiting 4,000 students annually.
Previously, because we cannot accommodate them, parents will have to go into hostels. How safe are these hostels? But now with this magnificent edifice, that would be a thing of the past.
The dormitory blocks, each of them had a 2-bedroom unit for the housemaster or housemistress that would oversee the students, in addition to either a 12-unit or a 14-unit dormitory block.
At first, the girls were on their own. Periodically, we go for checks and things, but now that there's a resident house mistress, I'm able to check the general comportment of the girls. Previously, we had challenges in water. Students had to go as far as to the waterworks. It was interrupting with classes. They are always late for class. But now there are 1 borehole with 4 poly tanks available for students. So water is no more a problem.
And those interventions have had a real impact in terms of the quality of the space that these students learn in on a daily basis.
When I came to this school, they gave me this dormitory, and my mom came here to check. And she felt happy because she saw that at least I'm having a comfortable place to live.
with the provision of this new dormitory with enough space, we can accommodate more students. And this has impacted positively because it came with modern gadgets, convenient space for students to study and also socialize.
It has really helped us. People wake up done to learn. When it rains, you can sit down and learn. So it is making a tremendous impact on our students.
What we have seen is that for the schools that benefited from the very first interventions that we did about 4 years ago, there has been an increase in enrollment, there has been an increase in their pass rate, discipline has really improved.
The provision of this dormitory has really increased the confidence of my students. It has also given them a comfortable space for them to relax and study.
When we had the building, it was so beautiful, and so we're trying to get a suitable name for it because the old girls' dormitory was called Paradise. People were mentioning East Legon, and so the students came out, no, we want Trasaco. Trasaco is the latest, so let's name the place Trasaco. So it was nicknamed Trasaco.
Students, because of just the sight of this magnificent edifice, who want to come to my school. Yesterday, I had an old student coming all the way from Kumasi that he said that Tullow has provided the school with a new dormitory block. So drove in, asked permission to come and look at the place.
One of the things I am particularly proud of is our footprint in education. In the next few years, we will see a lot of the students that we have supported, right from kindergarten to the primary school to the senior high school, coming out to do monumental things for their communities. And this will be the single most important legacy that Tullow will leave, especially in the fishing communities.
So the resource we produce is at the heart of a socio-economical development of our host nation. And it is our responsibility and our commitment to do so in a very environmentally friendly way.
An example is a particular challenge that fishing communities kept mentioning, the sargassum, which we call the seaweed. Now the sargassum comes annually.
Sargassum seaweed na oba oho adwen oma ekromanfo no wokasa enka ozeba ena ekwana ofada oho won wo woni afare dwuma no mu no oma wontum wonchinam wontum wonkopo.
And there was a lot of reports that this was as a result of oil and gas activity. Our research, however, showed that this is basically as a result of global warming and also the fact that there has been an increase in temperature levels at the sea, so it allows these seaweeds to grow. But once we are neighbors and we work with these fishing communities, we have to find a way to work with them to find a solution to this. And what we did was to research a little bit and work with one of our partners to the community's advantage.
Telephone wo de medjuma no share inside the yen hwehwem na ye hu akwana ye fada ye be use seaweed no ye da ye bibi papa bia na ti seaweed no so wo sesa wo mpana wo hata wo endeba san da na onu nechi no na ye akwakoto ye tofi woni nchen na ye scale na ye tua wonka na ye da ba machine site wo sanko na ye aba benyam ye nyam wi a ye de koma nipa na ode eye breaks no
hydrophone interlocking block technology. The nete no begu high the right quantity. Now the seaweed so afra seaweed no the fra ama blog no ehun ede ono cement enim. Ya me see we yesusu na ye de agu machine no na machine no apress na ye yi na ya pack agu. By 3 days or 4 days e betumi ayusu esi oven. Na say dan bi and na we pesa wo de ya betumi ayusu. Say ye yusu hydrophone breaks no so a ye to word na ye fa more tanka a locky sa no ankasa locky na ejina
The breaks and na ye train artisans and as a mason phobia once woboa. Now what is phone or what them mesiafona wo namano.
The advantage in the innovation is that it is healthier and environmentally friendly. And then we are also solving a community challenge.
Kofu be ba fair committee. Na ona ekwa na wacha yende. Wusu bebrebe no. Ome yarba. Awoda bia awowo na man. Wo neat. Waso office ayin. Fe neat inde na wacha yen. Demra ibitum. Ya pese ye jade na wo be BCC phone bi. Send first one choko no. Na adowa. Wusu no akana man me. Oyitum. Ana nyina ye fe dan poyitum.
Even anyina na ya je honam no choko no jekase. Anyina ye ba park agu. Choko no mu na odoso.
But we see echo every man. While I do one na. Oh, you wusu bat. On you wusu no. And why? I say person first one then na yakasa no. Ya je honam no.
Na efi so ngo na oso jem. Echi na yihu da ngo na oso jem. An oso jem ma ama wusu no odoso no. Nti fat collective said no woju tum no. Ano na oje ngo no poipado. Nti ngo no nso jem.
A Sagasium series na yourself in Pano. Yenya about 38,000 kilograms. And ye from Pana, yada ye Sagasium bricks, yada ye phono. Na phono no so ya see 103 ewo yane district imu. In the near future no for sustainability ye pede ye san koda maybe ane biom. Na ye hwede betumi atuado wo homa waboa na yetumi use no bebre yetumi expand no che the sustainability of the Sagasium series usage no wetum na wakodo na yetum akoye nyim kasema dada ina Sagasium series bi obeba mpo ano bia no yetum aseso ne nyina na yetum ada ye adwuma aboa amane do abafa so na wanye hawa ama ekroma no OIC international yenyi telefo yerizi na ye da aboa ma ya aseso series ne nyina efimpo ano
nkofo pi wo pede won so obenya hoto ne bi.
Obi wa da be jeje ama man kasa no nwa atop.
We love Ghana. We believe there is a good business environment to grow the industry, and we are very committed to contributing to the delivery on the economic growth of the country.
In terms of giving back, we have the livelihood programs that we do specifically in certain areas of the Western region, which is where our installations are. We give back in terms of helping the communities to invest in jobs outside of the fishing period. And I'll give you an example of a project that we call Fisherman's Anchor, which is basically giving small loans to many small business owners.
The Fisherman's Anchor project came about as a result of long-standing requests from fishermen and fishmongers for loans and a few other things to support the trade.
And what these loans do is allows them to invest in alternate livelihood programs.
Ashase me ne me sister Penny ehase ayede honam. Oye nam ho adwuma mesu me ye bi.
Ongo mo musibi. Me donu mu kele. Yam donu kuko nwure na kuko wuri ana brabore no ese.
So we said, okay, how do we set up a project that would provide this finance, but in a more structured way?
Emra mete fisherman anko nka no metwe ben won mibusae no mo ka say won wa wo betumi de emo ama won ne won waka won ho abom na yeko no so na ya register e wa ban mu enti na ma yenya ho mfaso ema wo honam titru e na wo ye won adwen se wo beboa won Tullow for efre meeting e na omo ne ye di nkomo efa fisherman anko omo se omo ba be me ma besia bi ama won wa wo couple ene ma wo honam no eho ahan won kakra na wo de aye adwuma ema minya mu anidie.
We take them through education, they form groups, and then the loans are given.
Minya sika no nam de call from ena me de be share kosua business.
Nam gola o everything de be here don be be low be my. Na me le squechi work. Em va mo carry. Men start cement store.
Me yekosua business na akọ kakra say me wo school gate nti. Say school for no eba bewura school mu fofora. Na makwa akọfa school for no ma ebi ni mattress ni trunk ni ade a muhu wa ha no.
When you go to the community, you interact with many of them. That question, oil, nasikanu wahi. Many of the people that normally ask those questions now benefit directly from this loan.
We are making a real impact to families, to communities, in terms of the socio-economic growth that we are so keen on contributing to. So far, we've impacted well over 3,000 businesses, the majority of whom I'm happy to say are women.
The host of the upstream oil and gas activities mainly are women and then the fisher folks. And it was touching to know that somebody's initial capital to start a business in a community is probably 200 cedis up to 500.
There are so many other things that they are able to do. These loans enable these fisher folk to invest in their businesses, like the purchase of outboard motors, instruments for smoking fish, several different areas that they are able to invest in, that Tullow and its partners are impacting in terms of increased profits that they make, as well as even improving the way that they do business. And that's something we are very happy about.
The statement from Tullow team at the time indicated that these people take the loan and they pay back.
Initially, we had a little challenge around, well, would these fishermen pay the loans with the stories we've heard about similar loan schemes? But I can tell you, every single person we've given a loan to has paid. And it's also based on the fact that we have trained them to understand that this is for them. The last meeting we had, we asked the women, what change has this brought about? And they said, look, we are now able to record our expenses. What comes in is cash in, and what goes out is cash out. And they're able to record that.
And kasa records keeping, you ni hu nimidie, ye de ane say ye ton ade no. Ye hia bibia na ye yi bi de ato. And so, ena fishermen na nko training na omo de ye fa mu nti. Ye hunu say ye ton no ma na, e wo say ye hu sika tene no. Na ye hu mfaso a ye benya, e kwan a ye befa so atua wonka. Na afi ye hu ye mfaso na say ye de bi be ye ade a ye hu.
They are excited about the future of this project because it also increased the savings culture of the fishing communities.
They are going beyond the limit by engaging in standalone projects like the loan for the people, the scholarship for the basic schools, building of this community staff has endeared them to the hearts of people because of the closeness of Tullow to the community.
We have good relationship in country, notably with the Energy Ministry, with the Petroleum Commissions, the Forestry Commissions, the Ghana Maritime Authority, the Environmental Protection Agency, just to name a few. We look forward to continuing growing our business and growing also the wealth of the country through our contribution in the oil and gas sector operation.
Without the support from Tullow, I wouldn't have been where I am today.
We will be forever grateful to Tullow Ghana.
Tullow Ghana, Yankupon is here, one, yet the one as was a